Welcome all to your beautiful program on this beautiful and lovely Sunday morning. And we thank you all for giving us access into your houses, on your phones, wherever you are on the face of Africa. Ujambo, salama, sanbonani, habari za jone, ndayando, sialocha, nshamukwai, ndewo in Nigeria. Wherever you are on the African continent, our program, Sankofa, is specifically designed for Bantu people of the skin, finding our roots, finding our genesis, finding the areas of common interest. Where do we come from as a nation? Where are we today? And where are we going? And Sankofa, we're looking backwards and we want to see the future. And I would not find a better guest again for you today. Part two, with the Honorable His Majesty King Bhungane III. And our program for today will be taking a rather interesting turn, because many of us in our homes, we build up homes through marriages. We make children through marriages. Let me state it right on top of the program. There's nothing called an illegitimate child, because every child has a husband, has a father. Every child has a mother. The illegitimate people are the parents who are getting involved in an act that is legitimate. You cannot tell me that a child comes out illegitimate. So there are no illegitimate children. They are illegitimate parents. And many of us through marriages have defiled themselves. You have slept with people, engaged in sexual activity with people, produced children in those activities. Even sometimes when you want to get married, you think you are getting married because you have signed a small little contract from the magistrate court. Of what value is that? How is it? How was it? How will it be for the greater African people as far as marriage is concerned? What happens on the marriage covenants? What happens on the exchange of the cattle? What happens when you, in your own tribe, as a man, decide to enter into the womb of another woman to produce your own nation out of them? What sort of transactions happen in these environments? And in the moment that you decide the relationship is no longer functional, you wake up in the morning, you feel like, I can hire, I can fire. How does that interpret itself in terms of the spiritual realm, in terms of the African epistemologies, in terms of the African traditions and rights? And I think many of us, if not most of us, we are struggling with life simply because we have not understood how best we can manage our own homes and manage our marriages. Even if you say you are a Christian, which I understand very well from the Christian perspective, even then dowries were paid in the Bible. Dowries were paid. Women were accounted for. And women, you change fathers from your father's house to another father. And as for men, you change breasts from the breast of your mother to the breast of your wife. Let me say this before I do a full-fledged introduction of the king, that everything else is in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, cousin-in-law. There's only one who is not in-law, and that is the wife. She is the law. What am I talking about? The woman is an estate in herself. That's why the Bible says a man will leave his father's house. And many of you have never heard this, so let me be the first one to teach you. A man will leave his father's house and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. What does that mean? You are moving from an estate of your father and you start a new estate with your wife. Therefore, a woman is a full estate. She is the only real estate we're going to be discussing today. And I wouldn't find a better guest for you on this particular program, but His Royal Majesty King Bhungane III, who will be taking us through paces. And please take notes, sit back, collect as much as you can. Where you can fix. Where you must correct. And before you make any mistakes, please take some notes. For spiritual things have a way of impacting what is happening to us on the physical realm. Welcome.
Wait.
King Bhungane.
Wait.
Greet the people on top of the program.
Wait.
Wow. We have a subject for you today, and we want to pull as much as we can. Let's make it as a narrative so that me and you, we can have our old conversation. In olden days, when a young man, when a young woman, they want to get married, was it up to them to get married? Was it up to the family to identify a partner for them? As far as the family looking for continuity, whose responsibility was it in ancient times to direct the planting of the seed from one house to another through the covenant of marriage?
You are asking a very important question, because today we are lost. We are lost because we do not even understand the foundation of the Bantu people. The foundation of the Bantu people, before I answer you, I think I need to establish the foundation. We are people of Embo, of the origin. We are people who are referred as Angoni, meaning people who do not dwell into sin. And as we are talking about people who do not dwell into sin, then there is a culture, there is a tradition, there is a custom that guides us as the people who are not sinners or who do not dwell into sin, the people of Embo, from the cradle of humankind, who are Bantu people. That culture, that customs, that traditions, it commands us to understand that the passage of marriage should be followed in this particular manner. One, that if you are to marry as a male, you have to marry a woman, you must understand that you are guided by the following foundation that I've just made mention of. But it is not upon you to decide when you see a woman passing, then you say, this is going to be my wife. It is not upon you. In the ancient times or days, what used to happen when a child is born, a male child or a female child on the other side, specifically a male child, the family already knows that they have a boy into their midst. What they will do, they will start gathering kettles in terms of wealth to prepare him, so that when he has to marry, they know that he is not going to suffer where he's going. Two, before this boy leaps that stage of puberty, they know that they will have to find out at a tender age to say which girl or a woman who's going to be his wife. They will go and consult to the seers to check families that they thought of to be part of the people that are going to form that partnership in terms of family relations, in terms of marriage. They will go and check if those people did not dwell into sin. Very important. I will repeat that they go and check. They don't go and check to say no 1 2 3. They go and check if that family did not dwell into sin.
There are no curses.
There are no curses in that family. They've never killed anybody, or they were not part of the witches, or all those things. So that when they lead their child to be marrying that particular girl, they know that there are no curses into that new family that they are putting together. If they did find out, what they will do, they will then send a delegation to that particular family to go and ask what we would refer as a relationship, or ubuhlobo, or what we would call not marriage.
You register your interest.
Yes. So that is the first process. And that first process.
And how old is the boy?
The boy is still young, still small boy.
Parents are already.
Absolutely. Already they have prepared for this young boy.
And even the girl also.
Absolutely.
They've already prepared where she's going.
Absolutely.
So is it correct, therefore, to say in ancient times, marriages were arranged marriages?
Absolutely. They knew why they have to do that. If you can see today, I'll go back to the ancient time. If you can see today how marriages are.
We meet in parties.
Absolutely. They are finished.
We meet in discourse.
Yes. But what we need
we meet on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if we can build this foundation so that people understand why we are saying these marriages are a shamble today. Let me go back again.
Take your time.
Then they go to this family. Then they then ask for the hand in marriage of that girl. Then what they do, they leave certain assets to show commitment to
a deposit.
We would call it a deposit. Absolutely.
I'm speaking to my young people.
Yes, yes. They will leave something to this family to show commitment, to say we are committed that your child would end up being married to our child. That is what we would refer as ukucela. Ukucela, to ask for the hand in marriage. That does not mean that young girl, she is married already. No.
So initially what I'm hearing you saying is that before even the children are grown up,
yes,
the parents get engaged.
Absolutely.
The families get engaged.
They build that relationship from that foundation.
I want us to sit on that, yes, because there is some gold right there.
Yes.
That you are still 3, 5, 7
yes,
years old.
Yes.
And there's already an engagement party.
Yes.
That has taken place,
yes,
and the engagement is at a family level.
At the family. If they have found out that there's no curse in that family.
So a research has been done.
Absolutely.
We are sure.
Yes.
This is what we want.
Then they engage.
Then the families engage. So the engagement concept, which we are now using when our boys and girls,
with a ring,
they put a small little ring on there. It's my engagement ring. It means nothing.
It means nothing.
Because the real engagement
is the one that first
family.
Absolutely. Family comes together and agree to say, we will then be preparing for amalobolo. That engagement does not mean amalobolo. Absolutely.
It's just to say.
And in most cases, you would find out, in monetary value today, it will come to about 10,000, 15,000 rand.
It was a proper
20,000 rand.
It was a proper thing.
It depends with the family's wealth. It could be 100,000. Could be that 100 or 200,000, whatever, does not mean that you have lobolat that girl. No.
But what I like about what you're saying,
yes,
is when one family comes into another family, yes, and they declare their interest,
yes,
now the responsibility,
yes,
of the family,
yes,
that has accepted the engagement,
yes,
is now to understand that we are no longer bringing up our child.
That's true.
We are bringing this child up to go and fit into that family.
Absolutely.
So the whole training, yes, and the whole,
yes,
orientation of, yes, the baby that is growing up, you already grow up, yes, being educated and being trained. So
being trained, absolutely.
So I think people. I want us to take a small little break. Just here. I think we've done our first 15 minutes. First thing important, before you can engage with a woman, before you can get engaged with your boyfriend, I think it's important. What we are saying, you need a family consultation. Engagement must be firstly at a family level before the two of you can get involved. And I think we're going to have a good time today. Hang around with us. Don't go anywhere. Park, cancel some appointments. Don't move that remote from your hands. Just sit there. Let's go through this session. It might save you lots of problems and chaoses that are pending on the wings of your own life. We'll be back with you right after the break.